Find yourself some shade. Oh,
Yeah,
wow!
it's losing its tail. It was just on me, and I was like, oh, wait, what's on me?
That is cool.
So now it's chilling.
Leave them there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's actually been doing it a little bit better, and Banyan has been teaching him. Like Banyan's been sitting right next to him and like showing him. Oh, I know. If he wanted to do it, he would pick it up so fast. It's just he just gotta want. Yeah, he's like that. Yeah. But they've been so cute with the poker. They're cracking me up. Like, so funny. Yeah. And they ask Siri on Banyan's phone. So they give away what they have because they're like, hey, Siri, is three of a kind better than a full house? I'm like, okay, so they have three of a kind. Yeah. Yeah. They're so cute. Yeah. She's doing good. She's cabin today. Yes, thank goodness it came. Yeah, I texted your mom about it because it was when I was picking her up, but it came back okay. This is scary. Ever since I know. I mean, they were doing their best not to, but he was genuinely concerned when he saw the CT scan. He brought it back and he was like, "This is a lot bigger than I thought." So I was freaked out. Yeah, it's hard not to be. Yeah. I'm trying to get her to stay. She's at least going to do her private pilot license here, but that can be done in a few months. And I really want her to stay at that school. It's in by the airport. It's called Pacific Flight Academy. Like I would love for her to do the whole thing here. And I was like, you can go stay with grandma, you can travel, but like I just don't want her to move there. And I especially think of Banyan, like what a good influence she is on him and how bad it is when he goes with Gavin, like that influence. And it's like the sisters. Yes, she's such a good influence. Like otherwise it's just me. Yeah. So I don't know. But I know she's ultimately gonna be up to her. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Parts of her just like wants to go away, like what we did. Yeah, like get away from our parents, go see the world. Yeah, and just go do her thing. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see what unfolds with that. Yeah, but she graduates on the 24th. Yeah, you guys are gonna be gone till you'll be gone for a while. Yeah, that's what I figured. We're having a graduation party for her with her friend Bailey and stuff, but on the 26th. Yeah, at Bailey's farm. It's like it's back by Bria's farm. Yeah, yeah. So it's her and two other friends. So they're gonna. Yeah. 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 And you guys are doing Portugal? Just Portugal? Oh, in Austin for like. Oh, cool. Fun. I'm sure Gary could talk about like the ice baths and the sauna. And you're so good about all the supplements and like natural things. Is that? Are you guys? You aren't attending it. You're like helping with it. Yeah. Cool. That'll be fun. Yeah. And then here for a little. Yeah. Right. I feel like there's so many things these days with like anti-aging stuff where it's like it is overwhelming. Yeah. Well, it's a lot cheaper to go back to basics. Yes, for sure. Yeah. I love intermittent fasting right now. Ah. In the morning. Yeah. That's what I do. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's totally my plan. Yeah. Yeah. Have you playing? We're not filming yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
People like to, I mean, you never know. But
Okay.
I'm loving, but
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll totally play.
whatever you want to
Yeah.
do.
I was talking to Nicole when I looked up. I didn't know if the video was going. or so. But oh, cool. Bingo and Frankie. It sounds like a movie.
I think I'll be fine. Yeah.
He'll be fine.
He's a boy. Yeah, much better. Hey, look who's got puppies. Tixier. Okay, Tingle. Tingle. I got it. Okay. Tingle. Oh, really? Okay. Everybody stay there.
Oh, 4:34. Okay. Why not? All the Yay. Maybe that's for you. Maybe for our song. Oh, it's for me. For me to sing the song. Okay. For our that's picking up my voice. That's good. Oh, this is as far as it goes. I see.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's working. And we have our drummer. Oh, very good. I was just gonna say, let's have our little drummer for the Vital Living number. Oh, good. People's in the front chairs. How exciting. Okay. Well, I see some. Maybe the men and children will roll in, and if not, we're here. So, um, Kendyl, this is Kendyl. Thank you for your such beautiful music.
Thank you.
We just are graced by her presence in our Vital Living
you.
gathering. So, a wonderful way to start. And we have a little song that we're gonna sing for this. So there's a lot of there's new people here today for sure. And so there's a little song that we begin our little ceremony with, and it's about our organization, Vital Living, and it's very easy to learn. So there's like 4 lines, and we're going to repeat it like twice or maybe 3 times. So I'll just say the lines first. The first line is share your love, right? And the second line is clear the static away, because there's a lot of static and distractions in our world. So it's share your love, clear the static away, embrace the vital in your life today. Vital living, vital way, mahalo, so appreciation, really much gratitude, mahalo, mahalo, aloha e. and it's pretty easy to hear. But you know, when you go somewhere and you're wanting to hear the lyrics of something and you can't really hear it, so I just feel I share with you the simple lyrics and then we'll begin. Yeah. Okay. So join in if you can. Share your love, clear the static away. Embrace the vital in your life today. Vital living, vital way. Mahalo, mahalo, aloha. Share your love, clear the static away. Invite the vital in your life today. Vital living, vital way. Mahalo, mahalo. One more time. Aloha. Share your love, clear the static away. Embrace the vital in your life today. Vital living, vital way. Mahalo, mahalo, aloha. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So, yay. Thanks, Kendyl. So welcome to our May Vital Living Gathering. Nicole there and myself conceived of Vital Living probably 5 or so years ago, at least now. Time goes by so quickly. And it was conceived really because we felt like it was just time for exploring vitality in our life or exploring what vital living meant, because it was a time when I think what's no, what's essential or what's vital might have been getting kind of muddied or confused in the daily lives of people who were having a lot of distractions and feeling a little down about what was happening in the world. And it was a time that Nicole and I were like, okay, we want something Hawaii based, but also sort of internationally available to people wherever, to come together as a community and really embrace what does vitality mean or what does vital living mean in our lives. So I'm a naturopathic physician, and there's a basic philosophical principle in naturopathic medicine that's called the vital force. And what it really is about is that energy or that wild sort of nature-based. It can be mana in Hawaii, and it can be prana in India, and it can be chi or ki in China or Japan, and I think in Russia it's called ergoplasmic energy, and in America, I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it would be like the immune system or something other names, but really it's a part of us that is what keeps us really present and really alive. And I think that people think that being vital really sort of means that you're always happy or you're always joyful or things like that. But I was thinking about it and thinking about what vitality means or what vital really means. And what vital means is to be essential or, to be real, to be present. And, if you look around in nature or if you look around or you feel like in being present, you're not always joyful or you're not always healthy or you're not always one way. Being vital means that you're really present and aware and paying attention to what is that's true for you, what it is to be alive, and what you're doing here and how you're being here on this planet to live out your purpose. And some people aren't sure of that purpose yet, no matter if you're 20 or 50 or 80 or whatever it is. And that's still what we're exploring. Exploring what is essential in our lives and what does that mean. So that's kind of why we gather, and also because we want to create community for health and for our hearts to connect and to share. So we'll have lots of time to do that after. We also think that vitality or being vital is about things like creativity and transformation. And so we do art, we sometimes sing, we sometimes drum, or do some other kinds of musical adventure. We also share vital food that's healthy and nourishes you. And we've have things from all different walks of life. Tonight, we're going to have Cory talk a little bit about Ayurveda, and we're also going to do a little art project here on this mat together as a community. And we are going to have a little breathing meditation experience with what we call, we're kind of going to cocoon a little bit, because as we know, a lot of our or our theme tonight or today is actually, we have a theme every time we gather. And the theme today is metamorphosis. So we pick a different theme every time, and I think it was Nicole's idea because we're talking about transformation and change, and all of us have so much of that going on in our lives every day. But metamorphosis is actually a little more than that because according to definition it's actually like you change, you transform into almost something that you don't recognize. Almost, it's so different. And I was trying to think of like sometimes in my life when I metamorphosized a little bit. And I don't know, for some reason, it came to me this one time that I was doing a water fast for 10 days and I was on Kauai and I didn't eat and I didn't talk and I just walked the beach and did art and I actually started doing some yoga. And but I remember that about 8 days into, well, 3 days into the water fast, all I could think about was food, right? Because I'm like, and I looked in the mirror and I thought, oh, I'm not going to survive these 10 days. And then around day eight, I think I looked in the mirror and I thought, like, who is that person? Like, there's no bags under my eyes, and my skin looks sort of different, and I felt like I felt so different. I mean, I'm sure if I saw someone I knew on the street, they probably would have recognized me, and they probably wouldn't have said that I felt looked that different. But for me, I felt metamorphosized. I felt like a lot of things had shifted in my life and in my being. And when I finished that 10-day water fast, felt like I had shed a skin or I had moved some things on in my life that really needed to transform, but more just become just shed away. So that was one experience that I was going to share, and we encourage you if as I'm talking, if you think of something you'd love to share, we love to have you do that as well. So that's the intro or the welcome, and we're so happy to see new faces. And we don't really advertise this, we just kind of put it out to the universe, and different people come, and sometimes the lovely old timers come as well. So we love seeing you all. So it also, the Vital Living way is a spiritual time for us as well. So I kind of feel like life has ceremonies. So we are going to start with a little prayer, and it's a non-denominational organization. So feel free to just embrace whatever spirituality that comes to you and is true for you. So as we can close our eyes, and we can take some nice deep breaths, and we can be in appreciation, really deep appreciation. And with the breath in, we breathe everything in the universe, because that's what we need to do. That's what happens. We breathe it all in. Keakua, all of our ancestors, all of the spiritual guides in our lives, and all the things that make us who we are. We breathe it in deeply into every part of our being. And as we breathe out, we can breathe out some love and some healing and some compassion to ourselves first, and then the rest of the world. There's so much love and so much healing that we can share with others as well. But we need to nourish ourselves and take care of ourselves first, or we don't have that to give to others. So taking some nice deep breath, breathing everything in, and then breathing everything out. All that love, all that compassion, all that peace for yourself and the rest of the world. And being in that attitude, that deep attitude of appreciation. And it's okay. And lots of times there's, a lot of distraction, and there's other things that are going on, and that's okay. That's how life is, and you might shift your attention for a moment and then bring it back to your breath. Because that's the way that life works, without necessarily being dramatically altered in your peace of mind. So breathing in and breathing out, and staying present with the moment, whatever that moment is, whether it's chickens and roosters and running dogs, whatever it is, that's the moment, and that's where we are. And taking that in with a deep sense of acknowledgement and acceptance and love. And this beautiful place that I feel so honored to steward, and the wind and the trees and the abundance of food and life energy that comes from the Aina and from each of us every day. Deep, deep appreciation. And in the silence and your breath, find that peace deep, deep inside of you. wherever that is in your being today, and whatever it looks like and feels like. Hmm. And when you're ready, with deep mahalo, deep appreciation, may all sentient beings be free and in peace. You can gently come back to our space here and open your eyes. Ah, wonderful. And a deep appreciation to all the people that helped set up and come early, and my husband who does the little drumming and sets up the sound system for those that are out in the world out there in our I think it's our um, virtual world. So thank you for joining us if you're there. Okay. Does anyone have anything they want to share first off, just that's coming to you about something that have metamorphosized you in your life, that you feel like you shifted or changed, like a in the cocoon and then it came out as a butterfly, or a snake and had to shed your skin? Is there anything someone want to? Carlos is like laughing. Something's coming to him. And we can talk also. All of us can share after, but I always feel like opening it up in case there's something that you want to share. Okay, then we're going to cocoon it. All right, so I have a lovely assistant here, Sophie, who's going to help me do this little art project here for a couple of things. And the first thing we're going to do is wrap us up in cocoons and do a little breathing exercise and see what it feels like, because then maybe something will come out that is going to allow you to metamorphosize. Okay, sheets. So we're going to pair up first of all. So the way this is going to work is that we have these sheets. And remember when you were a baby? Oh, maybe you don't exactly, but you were in the womb and you were wrapped up tight in the womb. Actually, there's this Japanese wrap apparently that when babies get all like, oh, they're fussy, and you want them to be nice and kind of like when they're wrapped up in sleep when they're newborns. And there's actually this wrap that you can wrap your babies in. I think it's very expensive, it's Japanese, and they it's supposed to be feeling like the uterus muscle. So they wrap their babies in this uterus muscle like thing, and then their babies are really calm because that's where they were for 9 months. So, well, we don't have a uterus muscle wrap, but what we're going to do is we're going to, you can find a friend, and this is how it's going to work. We've tried it out, so it kind of does work. And we're going to be standing in our cocoons in a minute, okay? So we have all different kinds of sheets, and what you can do is your friend or your partner is going to wrap you tightly in a sheet. Who would like to volunteer for the first cocoon so that Sophie can kind of share with you? And your feet. Your feet is like kind of an important one. We have small. Oh, there's Garrett. He's ready. Okay, let's do it. And then you're going to be in your cocoon. So every other person is going to be able to wrap, right? And then who's left is going to have to wrap each other. And then there might be one or two people at the end that aren't wrapped because one person's got to wrap. Okay, so we want to come and grab a sheet and let's do our little wrapping.
Frankie. Hey. Frankie.
Oh, you have to watch the kids. Okay. Up to you. Ah, for those of you who are wrapped, you can close your eyes and wriggling. Some people are wriggling. It's all good. Yeah, just feel your arms sort of tucked in there and close the eyes. And we're going to go into a deep, deep breathing. Imagine that you're in the womb or in your chrysalis or whatever, in your cocoon. And who knows exactly how long you'll be there. Sort of see if you can get comfortable in that space. And who knows exactly what will happen when you emerge from this nice wrapping time. So just stay present with this moment, this feeling, and be really, really present with who you are in this cocoon, in this sort of space that's wrapped up and quiet and peaceful. And stay with your breath. So if you can just feel, have awareness of the physical sensation of your breath as it goes in and out of your nostrils. So just the physical sensation. Oh, Rose. And each breath in and each breath out, all the attention, all the awareness is going towards the physical sensation of the breath as it goes in and out of your nostrils. Who are you in there breathing? Who's the person? Who's the person in there that is going to emerge in a little while? And when will that while be? How long am I going to be in this space? Nope. Just allowing your mind to wander back to the breath in and the breath out. The simple sensation of the breath as it goes in and out of your nostrils, feeling so held. Letting the breath feel so deep, go to every part of you in your cocoon. Feeling so held by this moment, by the universe. Just so like the most gentlest and yet the most powerful of energies keeping you so connected to yourself, your being right now, right here, this moment. Breath in and breath out. How often do we get the opportunity to sit or lie or stand and simply watch our breath? That's it. Just watch the physical sensation of the breath as it goes in and out of your nostrils. Nothing else to do. Everything else is taking care of you. All your nourishment, all your needs, everything you need is in your cocoon right now. How nourished, how taken care of, how safe do you feel? Just being you. Back to the breath. If your mind wanders, the physical sensation of the breath as it goes in and out of your nostrils. The continuous flow of that energy, like a wave. There's nothing that will stop that flow of breath as it goes in and out of your nostrils. Or if your nostrils are clogged, it might be in and out of your mouth, but it's just going to keep going in and out, in and out. And if you feel really quiet with that observation and awareness, you can take that same observation to the top of your head, all the way down your body, just observing, just experiencing, without thought, without interpretation, just experiencing what it feels like to be you in this moment of your cocoon. That deep exhale. Because soon we might be emerging, but not yet. Stay in your cocoon, stay in your presence, be full of gratitude for this moment of quiet, peaceful time. And if there's worries or things that are coming up, see if you can just surrender to them. Surrender. Whatever's coming up, go back to just experiencing. Awareness, experience, breath in, breath out. Scanning the body from top of the head to the tips of the toes, just experiencing and being with that experience. Simply being with that experience. Without wanting to shift it too much, just being present and being grateful for this moment and this breath and these waves of deep, nourishing energy that come in and move out and keep us alive and nourished and well. And if there's a little impatience that's creeping in, just be with that as well. What is the time for metamorphosis? What is the time for transforming into something else? Every cell in our body metamorphosizes, becomes something else over and over and over again. It's something new. And so you are going to metamorphosize into something new. Whether you want to or not, it will happen and continue happening. Wonderful. So allow, surrender. Be full of gratitude and compassion for wherever you are right now and whoever you are right now. And something is sort of shifting inside of you and needs to transform and metamorphosize into something else. And if it is, what will it be? And everyone has a different timing to this. So some of you might be ready to kind of move out of your cocoon somehow. It might take a little bit of effort, and it might be really simple, and it might feel really scary, or it might feel totally time to do it. So in your own time and space, feel whatever it is that wants to come out and wiggle free into a new being, whatever that is, in your own time, in your own way. We'll just be patient and see. And as you're shifting out, please share. You don't have to come up to the mic. If there's anything that is jumping out, just call out from your cocoon. Or maybe the people that are still working out of their cocoon. Any revelations? How was that experience? Did people feel relaxed? Worried? No. And just crumple sheets. It's okay. I think we have someone fell asleep in it. No. Okay, well, we'll share as a community. Carlos, anything to share? Do you like that? How was that? Was it peaceful? Was it scary? Was it kind of weird?
Some moments, other moments, it was like I felt restricted.
Ah, felt restricted. Some moments. Okay.
Feel liberated.
And now feel okay, liberated into a new little something. Okay. Well, we're going to move forward since the people are a little shy today. And we're going to bring up our wonderful Vital Living ambassador, Cory, to share about some Ayurvedic wisdom in our day of metamorphosis and everything else. And please welcome her.
Thank you, Lori and Tunji and Nicole. That was cool. I totally got a little when you said how safe does it feel to just be you? Oh, it doesn't feel so safe all the time to just be me. Anyways, that's my own metamorphosis. So as I was truly trying to think about how I wanted to use Ayurveda and talk about the concept of metamorphosizing or transforming, there's all the cliche diet and cleansing and the formation of the tissue that I could talk about, but I wasn't excited to talk about any of those things. In fact, I was getting a little frustrated trying to think about what it was I was going to offer. And so I stopped and just sat for a little while. And in the sitting, in the not pressuring myself to come up with some cool thing that we were going to do that was probably going to take me, hours to get ready and make a mess of it. I had a little click inside myself that was, I'm going through a transition. I'm going through a transition in my work. I'm going through a transition in my life. I'm going through, perimenopause and trying to figure out how I want to show up for people in a new way that I'm working that I don't even know what it is yet. And it felt good. It felt good just to have that moment of that aha moment because it signaled me to the fact that there is a metamorphosis happening and that I don't have to always show up, and I don't always have to teach. I can just be, and I can just share from the real true place that I'm living in right now, which is one of extreme change. But one of the things that I am sort of transitioning towards in Ayurveda, while it's this vast, beautiful medical system, one of the things that it encompasses, and I have been lazy on encompassing, is astrology, and using somebody's astrology as a map to understand where their ailments might lie, where there might be hurdles or bumps for them or for us to keep track of as I'm working with somebody. So I thought, because that was a little bit more exciting, I wanted to share just a little bit about what's happening in our sky right now and the effects that these planets might be having on us, whether we believe it or not. Um, and then to do a little sort of guided thinking. You can journal if you want to. But Saturn, which is the planet with the rings and is often referred to in Vedic astrology, at least, as the delayer, and we visualize that consciousness, that being that is Saturn, to be old and disabled and maybe a little grouchy in his ways. But Saturn is retrograde, which means that the position of the planet is so close to the position of Earth that it looks like it's moving backwards. And Saturn moved into Aquarius, which is a water sign, and it's asking us to reevaluate our commitments, our structures, and the roles we've taken on. So that was big for me because those are all questions I'm asking myself. Rahu and Ketu, which are the nodes of the moon, and Rahu you can think of, it's a snake essentially, and Rahu is the head that got cut off, and Ketu is the tail, just sort of flapping around without any, focus or drive. And these nodes are activating themes of release and reinvention, especially in the areas of self and service. And then Jupiter, which is the planet that's usually associated with the teacher, it's guru in Sanskrit, has just shifted again. And it's grounding big spiritual ideas, and asking that it's putting us through these transitions that can feel really disorienting at first, but we need to really help them to land in our body, in whatever that is. So I wanted to just ask you guys a few questions. And the questions are really to focus on the Rahu and the Ketu, because they're the ones that are igniting a lot of this transformation that we're going through. And the questions are, for Rahu right now, which is about what you're being drawn towards, what is the transition or the metamorphosis that you're going through? What's it pulling you to? So I want you to think about that. What are you Rahuing right now? What are the things that you are interested in? Where are your inclinations? Where are your curiosities? Where's your heart? What excites you? Like me this morning when I was frustrated with Ayurveda, I'm like, ugh, that stuff. I don't want to talk about that stuff. It's boring. I've been talking about it for years. I want to talk about something else that might be a little bit more exciting for people. Sorry, you came here to hear about Ayurveda. So what is it that you're being pulled towards? And then the K2 side is, what is it that you're ready to release? What no longer serves you, or what doesn't belong in the new narrative of who you are becoming, right? So that might have been fun to think about while you're in your cocoon, but I just kind of throw it up there. I'm going to lob it over to you guys and just ask you, and please feel free to answer, or maybe write it down tonight and put it in a fire, or write it down and put it in your compost bin so that it can be metamorphosized or transformed. But again, what is it that you're being called to, and what is it that you're being called to release? Does anybody want to share? That's how I felt today, so it's okay. No, I don't want to share. Yes. Oh no. Yes. Yeah. That sounds terrifying. Yeah. Yeah, totally. There's a lot of moms, amazing moms in the crowd to call upon for support there. Thank you for sharing. All right, I'll just pass it on to who's next. We coming back up, Lori? Thank you.
Well, it was a perfect segue actually because we're going to do a snake exercise right now, or exploration, and actually for people that have things that are coming up that aren't, like you said, it's like okay, this is it needs to be released, or this needs to come into existence somehow, something new, but how and what and what is it going to look like, and how do I know what it's going to be, or all those questions. So we're going to do a little art project because I always feel like things like music and art and nature are ways that we can get that information, or we can like get what we need, and we don't have to have someone telling us something or writing it down. And I mean, definitely, there's so much on social media and the Google rabbit hole, and a good community to reach for support in so many things. And at the same time, sometimes you just have to sometimes we just have to feel it. We have to just act it. And we're going to do a little project as a group. And as you're doing this art project, you might see what is coming up for you, how it wants to express what we're going to do. And so we have all kinds of little things, but actually the reason why we wanted to do this art project is because see all those monkey pods on the path? We need them picked up. So if you can go around and help us pick up the monkey pods, and we're going to create it. No, you don't have to do the monkey pods. You can find other things around on the farm that would like to come into this space, this art space. But the monkey pods are great to make a snake. Just putting that out there. You might not want to take the gravel from the paths because it's already not much gravel, but there are other things around. So we have lots of little seeds and some cotton and some. There's flowers. Those little pink flowers over there need to be like pruned, or so you can take a moment and think about what we're going to do. We're going to make a snake on this ground together as a community, and then after the snake is created, we're going to give it up to the universe again and just release it into the compost or release it into the garden. So everything is pretty organic here on the thing. We're not using plastic or the things. So let's take a moment and kind of get into your mind about art. And Sophie here is doing art therapy, is going to come in and say a few words about what does it mean to do art as therapy. Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're a little shorter. Hi, my name is Sophie. Um, I am pursuing art therapy, but also I have my bachelor's in social work. And just a little something about art therapy, as it's kind of a newer form of therapy. Sometimes we have a hard time articulating our feelings, even understanding what they mean. So, but we need to get that energy out, to invite new energy in. So, art is a means of non-verbally getting out all that energy, kind of like dance. It's its own language. So I just invite you all, especially since it is harder to share maybe among strangers, and whatnot. Maybe we're going through really difficult times, and it can be hard to say in front of everybody. I just encourage you guys to channel all that energy of everything that you're going through. You know yourselves, you know what you're going through, and put it on this beautiful canvas that we have here. And let's collect all that energy and put it out and get rid of it to invite space for something new to grow. So that's what I have to say. And let's get gathering.
So the head of the snake is going to be up here. Okay, so it's up to you. We're going to build it, and like and it can be like a. It could be. Oh, the snake is going to wind around. And there's lots more feet, and then there's
But I'm totally feeling it. It's been like off my brain. Oh, what's up?
We have the same exact idea. We're going to be a 4-inch snake now.
You might want to get skinny or fat. I think that Carlos is working on the tail. I kind of feel like that's.
Maybe this is the time.
You know, you're making that snake. You can think about what wants to metamorphosize in your life. What skin do we need to shed? Is the snake going to curve here? Curve a little somehow? The tail is over there. Yeah. Ooh, look at all this good stuff. Good, good. Ooh. Something is being creative here. I can see it.
Yeah. Where's the head? What's that? Okay. Fine. Well, where's the mulberries come from? No. Oh, wow. Is there more? Good eye. We don't know just yet. I gotta call our friend. We don't know just yet. I heard you can sing. Huh? I heard you can sing. I can sing. I can sing. As now, Metamorphosis. Oh, goodness. We got time. Oh, no. I got a really good barbecue over there. Oh, really? Was that the NADC burger one? Yeah, NADC. That's Dean Williams. Oh, really? The guy who started it, the first skater named Dean. Oh, really?
Maybe someone has an It's right now. Actually, as a director,
Really? In Austin?
I'll say back in minutes.
Holy shit. Even inside and burn it. Birria? Like the birria tacos? They're like dipping in the, they're like a red taco too. Oh gosh. That's yummy. Green. He knows about NAD. I mean NAC. Not NDC. Not a damn chance. He knows all about it. It's still never been. What do you think? NDC? Not anything. NADC. NADC. He knows the skater. You guys should do it for years.
Yeah. Then I can try one. I haven't had one yet.
Whenever you wanted to do a restaurant,
Any last little minute touches to this beautiful snake? I see like a head over here happening with a couple of mountain apple eyes and a special area in the middle with some curving. Anyone else want to add something to it that you haven't added? And then we're going to have a little, maybe a little song with, since we're graced by the amazing voice of Titus.
Got
As we'll sit with our snake. Cory, I was thinking of in Ayurveda, you know, of heat and transformation and things, because it's a big piece, sort of. Yeah. Well, as we're thinking about the snake and about transformation, and Titus is pulling up a song. I was just wondering if there's anything in the Ayurveda world that you wanted to share about heat, because it's summer coming. So here, heat is igniting all this transformation. And in the meantime, Titus is almost ready to come and sing.
I don't want to stop the singing. But heat is what is transforming anything that we're taking in through our five senses: hearing, touch, vision, taste, or smell. Heat is what is transforming that into something that your body can then work with. So if you're eating an apple, that apple, well, let me just back up. The purpose of digestion is not just to get energy or have new tissue built. You're actually supposed to transform anything that you take in through your five senses. It must ultimately become love. So I think we might be missing a lot of digestion opportunity because it's not all getting to love, right? But the apple, you chew the apple, you give it to your stomach breaks it down a little bit more, then passes it on to the small intestines and onto the colon. And each bit of the way, different parts of your body are taking the nutrients from that stuff and building tissue and bones and nerve tissue and thoughts and consciousness. And the driving force behind all of that transformation is Agni, Ahi in Hawaiian language, I believe, tapas or heat, right? It's creating the breakdown and the dissolution of one thing into another. Is that good? Anybody got a hot question? Who's ready to sing? Talk more about hot things. Anybody having a hard time digesting something right now? Do you have like a problem that you're going through, or a new concept, or maybe you're having a hard time letting go of an old way of thinking? Is that going on for anybody? One of the things in Ayurveda and yoga that's really helpful when we are kind of grappling with a new change or a new idea are postures, yoga postures, that put us in a position that require us to be or view things from a different perspective. So twists, Ardha Matsyendrasan, there's a whole mythology story behind that about this king Matsyendrasan, who was kind of a tyrant to his people. And so he got cursed and he got turned into a fish and thrown into the Ganges River. And from the Ganges River, he would swim around and he would look up at the people, and he could see the people in his kingdom from a different perspective now. He could see the shoes that they were walking in. He could see their faces down and crying. So he was like able to learn and be more empathetic to them. And so Ardha Matsyendrasan, which is a twisting pose, is really meant to... Frankie's taking the head of the snake. She's going to transition it into something else. Ardha Matsyendrasana is a posture that helps us to view our world in a different way. So if you are having a problem that you're grappling with or want to change, sitting in that posture and taking 5 to 10 deep breaths while you're holding that in your mind, you might start to get some new insight. You might start to see it in a different way that you weren't able to see before. And it's also really good for your digestive system. Helps to break down the stuff. It squeezes and brings new blood and nourishment to those organs and to your spine. Yeah, totally. Roll into the twist, right? Work with your digestion system on all levels of digestion.
Yeah, and it just was reminding me that there are so many different postures, and when you think about forward bends and you think about extensions, so we just talked about twists, but when you think about forward bends, so like right now, if we were to stand up, I think we're almost ready for this, but I think if we were to stand up and we were to like bend forward, so if you feel like you want to stand for a second, that would be great. Because I was just kind of thinking about how to like stimulate your digestive tract a little bit, or how to bring some heat to this area. So we can do crunches. No. So first of all, here's your belly, right? Obviously, we're touch with our gut, and if you extend your chest and your belly, then of course you're opening up and you're like getting a lot of more. It's more about opening yourself. Like sometimes it's vulnerable, sometimes it doesn't feel that safe. Sometimes you feel a little exposed, right? But coming into a flexion posture or a forward bending posture is kind of about self-love or self-embracing, and that's why child's pose, it's kind of a nice way to like feel a little bit safer about your body. It also like kind of can stimulate your digestive tract a little bit. So I'm going to do first of all a little grounding, because if you're going to do any kind of postures, you want to get the center of your heels, stand about shoulder width apart, center of your heels, not the front of your feet, not the back of your feet, because the idea is you're rooting into the earth. So you're rooting into the center of the earth. If you press the center of your heels in the ground, your spine actually gets a little bit longer, your chest kind of opens, your shoulder blades drop back. So that's the first thing. And then you can just like feel a little bit taller, so that when you bend forward, because if you're not extended and you bend forward, then everything kind of gets crunched. But if you extend and feel tall, then when you bend forward, you can just let yourself just come to the ground, like you're going to reach for for Mother Earth, and it stimulates sort of like how you're and feel your belly kind of just as you hang, and do like a little shimmy, like a little shake. So you're feeling like it's a little bit moving around, and you're just kind of like lengthening the back of your legs, so you get that kind of working out, that's stimulating a little bit. Okay, then you can roll back up, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll back up, and we're going to do something that's kind of a qigong move. Actually, it's a way to, like, if your digestion is slow and you need to move it, we're going to do a little, it's kind of a little bit like a snake thing, but we're going to do in like prayer position, and your feet are apart, and you're going to make like you're making a figure 8 with your body. So what you're going to feel like is that your gut is kind of doing this as well. The bathroom, by the way, I didn't tell people where the bathroom was. I feel bad now. It's down this pathway, curves around a little bit, and there's an inside and an outside bathroom. And if you can get your knees bent a little bit and go like this, sometimes it will actually stimulate digestion, and you will be going down that pathway or not. Good. Excellent. Excellent. And then if you can go a little deeper. And you breathe out as you go. Excellent. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, come back to center and just get those feet grounded again, and then give yourself a little shake. We always like the shake thing because it loosens everything up and warms you up. And probably if you were really doing that exercise right now, you got a little heat going. I got a right, and so that heat is about transformation and digestion, like Cory was talking about. It really moves the fire, the digestive fire. And we know that people love, especially in the summertime, we love like ice cold water, and we like things that are gonna make help us feel like cooler. But actually, we really still need that digestive heat in our bodies to move all that energy that needs to be transformed. So that's some things you can do to kind of keep it going as well. Are we ready, my dears? For a little music. We're going to have a music for a snake, and then we're going to all pick up this together, or whoever can, and we're going to go take it over there, and we're going to shake it off, or maybe right here. I think right here would be really good, right by the bananas. Okay. How we doing? How we doing, Titus? Can we come over here and? Okay. Oh, that would be awesome. I think we have someone coming up and sharing a poem. I love it. Right here.
You're good. Aloha, everybody. My name is Nicole. Nice to meet you all. So I'm going to share a poem that I wrote. It's called Dear Butterfly. And with this theme of metamorphosis, I just had to share. So I encourage you to close your eyes and let the words wash over you. A complete change of form, rebirthing power. One moment crawling, then floating to a flower. Alchemy of sorts, metamorphosis. Tragic? Carbon under pressure, diamonds bleed for magic. Earth to heaven, life to death. Reinvention again until the last breath. Curiosity or fear? Perspective key. Unknown looming. Code deathly. Fire dormant. Instinct pure. Destined for greatness, sorcerer creature. Wind rocking back and forth must survive. Manger of protection keeps the dream alive. You've shifted forms to fly in the sky, allowing you to soar, baby to mature. Such a strange change when you rearrange. Imaginal cells interchange, lives carefully exchanged. In a chrysalis, it's a synthesis. It's called life, and death is its antithesis. Parallel, human experience. Magic of morphing appearance, finding balance despite the interference of life. Commit to death of past that doesn't serve. Access your higher self that you deserve. Embrace all your changes. Darkness too needs praises. Embrace all your changes. Darkness too needs praises. Thank you. I'm grateful for the courage in me. The key is in duality, in balance, and in harmony. Together, we can only see the only way to truly be, because change goes on indefinitely. Dear butterfly, do you know where you're from? You were born from a death, sacrifice, one last breath.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Can I just sit here?
You can sit there.
I don't want to look at everyone.
So beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you so much. We're going to have a little song for the snake, or for the universe, or just for us appreciation. And then we'll pick up, and there's some beautiful food that people had come and brought and shared, and time for community to just talk and meet. Thank you so much for sharing and coming.
Kind of like, just cue me in. Like, I don't know. Just whenever, because it's kind of the same. boat sinking down to the ocean floor. Still drinking from the night before. And I'm wishing right now I was fishing. And I'm thinking, but my mind's not listening. I never felt so far away. I've never lived before today. And it's been a while since I've seen your face. And it's been a while, time to turn the page. I wanna go home, wanna go home. I wanna feel the way I did. I wanna go home, wanna go home. Back to the way it was. Got this feeling, and this feeling won't go away. I'm not leaving, I'm waiting for a brighter day. I'm not leaving, and good things are coming my way. So keep dreaming, feel like I'm dreaming always. Never felt so strange to me. My guitar is all I need. It's been a while since I've been down this road. And it's been a while, good things come and go. If the sun is getting closer, then why does it feel so cold? And in the eyes of the world I'm older, and I can't take it much longer. Yeah, I wanna go home, I wanna go home. I wanna feel the way I did. I wanna go home, I wanna go home. Back to the way it was. Kind of like a slow solo for a little bit with the guitar. And then it goes like, I'm just a little bit longer. This music making us stronger. I can't do that like but and then it goes, I'm just a little bit longer. My music making us stronger. Last one. Just a little bit longer. In the eyes of the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you get that from ChatGPT?
Huh?
Yes, yes.
I also can't hear anything.
I didn't know you had that.
Really?
I heard your sister sing.
Thank you.
You play with the
I don't.
Farrell needs to learn ukulele.
I need to learn too.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe Farrell can. Farrell, maybe you can learn with Titus. Because yeah, you're singing right on.
Thank you so much
Uh-huh.
for coming. And we do this about every few months. So if you're not on the newsletter or part of it, you're welcome to please sign up and give us your email or whatever you'd like and become part of the group. And we'll be having like classes and other gatherings and other things as time goes by. And thank you so much for
And
coming.
it's
So
like,
who would like to
I've tried
help
with
and
my-
pick up
so I'm
the
right-handed,
snake?
So I've tried to strum with my right hand. I think it's I've done it both ways, and one was a lot easier, and it like felt better. But because I always tried it the one way, and then I tried it the one way the other way.
Right